Hey guys, happy Rockman X DiVE Japanese launch day! Yep, the mobile game has finally hit Japan, and many people are excited about it, including Iwamoto from the Rockman X manga. We have a video message from the voice actor of Rico, Reina Ueda, though it's all in Japanese right now. What's also only available in Japanese is a collaboration comic with High Score Girl, which is done by Rensuke Oshikiri. I'm not going to be able to read it, but it seems to be a wholesome story about Rico coming across a couple of children as they play through the original Mega Man X. Curiously enough, we do have a cameo from Flame Mammoth on pages 4 and 5. Maybe he will be making an appearance in X DiVE soon? Heck, even Capcom Taiwan is celebrating the Japanese release, with a new banner that's basically DiVE Festival again, but you can pick up 4 characters now, and it's missing tax. However, it has no spark system, so pull at your own risk. Oh, and they also gave us a elemental metal box and a zenny box that has a chance of giving you 1,000,000 zennies. Okay, interesting, but why? Just give us 2 elemental metal boxes. As for the Japanese version itself, our own Mega Quinn tried out the game, and while he and other players didn't get terribly far in before they were kicked out due to high traffic hitting the servers, we were at least able to confirm that the Japanese version is pretty much exactly the same as the current Asian version in terms of content. Yes, at the Japanese launch, they have the same raid boss, Phantom Sigma. They have the same gacha banners currently active like the Asian version does. It seems like they didn't change much after all. The only exclusive thing we found was a thing that was discovered by Sony. The JP version has a button to automatically convert the proficiency cards into MP, which is definitely way more convenient than trying to adjust the bar just to get the amount of MP you need. However, it's very likely that button is coming in Wednesday's update for the Asian version. In conclusion, if you're already playing through the Asian version, I recommend just sticking to that one for now. I'd only recommend switching if you are a Japanese player and you want to play the version that's local to you, and you don't mind losing your progress, because once again, you won't be able to transfer your progress between the 2 versions. That's because while the Japanese version does have the X and 0 servers like we do, they are still considered different servers, separate from the Asian version. So yeah, really, just stick with what you got right now. You're not missing much. Though I am curious if the Japanese version runs any better than the Asian version once that high traffic starts to calm down a bit. We'll have to report on that in the future. For now though, we got a Halloween event trailer to look at. So this is the big blowout for Wednesday's event. We begin with the same scene we saw in that little GIF showing off the different variants of the enemies. Then we get the reveal of our 2 new S-rank characters that are going to be limited for the Halloween event. Halloween Vile, who is basically a vampire lord with a cool red suit and a pumpkin cannon. And then we have, whoa mama, Zero sure is a lucky guy. Congrats on the marriage, by the way. But nah, here's Halloween Marino. I guess she really hated being left out of the swimsuit event because she's going all out for this one. I like the Metar motif going on though, that's pretty cute. It also seems Capcom really likes the bat motif for this event. Anyway, you came for the skills, right? The thing going on with these skills is basically turning their current skills into more spooky versions of themselves. Halloween Vile's first skill is Batwing Boomerang, and it works pretty similarly to his actual boomerang launcher type from Maverick Hunter X. He fires a large bat, either to the upright or in front of him, and the bat will stick around for a while, doing some damage to anything in its way. The trailer also reveals that one of Vile's passives is that when he uses the Batwing Boomerang, he will also release a pumpkin bomb that seems to operate like Iris and Leviathan's mines. You even see it zigzag a bit to hit an enemy at one point. And hey, that basically explains the second skill because it's just the pumpkin bomb again. It homes in on enemies like Iris's mines after he fires it out from his knee. Neat. And the passive skill revealed this time is, oh, it's literally the same one. Alrighty then. Marino's first skill is Phantom Kick. Basically the same as Blink, perhaps more powerful. Meanwhile, one of her passive skills is gain enhanced critical once every 6 seconds. This can be stacked up to 10 levels. So the more the battle goes on, the more powerful she becomes. That could be scary combined with a weapon that has high crit rates. Then we have Scattering. It replaces her shurikens from before, except it's the hidden dagger variant of it, and she's only throwing one at a time. However, she also has sort of a bat shield for a moment that would presumably attack anything around her. And once again, they copy and pasted the passive skill from the previous screen. Well, they done goofed. Lastly, we get a look at the Pumpkin Darkman fight itself. Well, it looks pretty similar to his regular fight, except he has a bouncing pumpkin now. But even though the boss is recycled, I do have to praise them on the level itself. We've had a progression for events since the beginning. We've had the lame ones that don't really change the aesthetics. We've had the holiday events where they usually reskin an existing stage theme with whatever the holiday is. And we have seen them progressively get better at doing that. But this time, it really does look like to me that this is an entirely new stage. If it was a reskin, I couldn't tell you the reference because it really does look that unique. Well, except there is a background element that looks very similar to Shademan's stage from Mega Man 7, and that's a stage that hasn't made it into X DiVE yet. So that is new. You start outside in a courtyard with all the fences, the trees in the background, the pumpkins, and then you work your way into a dark and spooky castle. Combine that with the appropriately themed enemies and you're in for a spoopy time. Oh, and if you listen to the music for this trailer, yeah, that's definitely a new Darkman remix. And that does give me hope that finally the dreaded Woodman theme is finally out. It's not that I hate the song or anything, I actually like it, but man, they've overused that thing for events lately. It's time for something new. And if they are indeed going to use this new Darkman remix for this stage, heck yeah, that's a step in the right direction. Now we'll just have to see if the boss theme is Maverick Hunter X again. Only other note to make here is that we are indeed collecting candy during this stage, similar to the White Day event we had way back. So that's likely going to tie into one of the requirements to getting 3-star. Trick or treat, give me a new weapon to pull, because there is indeed a new S-Rank sword to pull in this Halloween banner, which is happening this Wednesday, October 28th, along with Halloween Vial and Halloween Marino. If we take a closer look at this new sword, the pattern that's on the inside of it does look like a slight homage to Swordman's sword. Swordman from Mega Man 8. Not bad. And with that, there's the news for you. This is going to be a 2-week event that ends on November 11th. So stay tuned for Wednesday when we cover this on stream. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned to ShadowRockZX for more on Rockman X DiVE and all things Mega Man. See you Wednesday, and until then, Happy Halloween!